continuation of this morning. I had a whole lot of scriptures and notes and things that I didn't get to read. And when I got back on this evening and tried to start studying stuff, I just couldn't get my mind off finishing that up with the Paul. You know, you try to read. Sometimes we need to follow through with what we've got started. And the whole thing with what we talked about this morning is what's your responsibility. We talked about it Sunday school. Talked about it during the preaching. And then this is something we're going to speak about again tonight. Because responsibility is a very important part of the Christian life. Having a responsibility about you, about being Christ-like. And we'll start back in Matthew chapter 25. That's where we're going to start back reading that. I want to tell you again about what should be the mission of the church. We repeat what we said this morning right here. Is it's the empowering presence that we have today must be the Holy Ghost. That's got to be where we get our power from. Okay? And the growth of the church will come through witnessing. Christians witness. That's how we get people to come to church. You got to also look at the results of our witnessing and that they're measurable to God. God's got to be able to see growth. He's got to be able to see growth in your walk with Him. He's got to, you know, you can't just come in. Brother Paul one day was talking about, you know, when you build a firm foundation on a house, you got to move on to the next step. You just can't keep building the foundation over and over. It's important that you got a good foundation, but you're never going to get your house built if you don't take the next step.
Yeah.
Well, I like to keep up these things that people say sometimes, and they make a lot of sense. That is the important part. Building the foundation is the most important part, but you've got to move forward. You got to put a roof on the house. You got to put walls. You got to do all these things in order to complete the project. So, get your foot set on that solid rock, set in Jesus Christ, who He is, what He is, what God meant Him to be. Let Him be our chief cornerstone.
Yes.
And then let Him commission us. Like we said this morning, He can commission us to have power through the Holy Spirit. He commissioned the 11 this morning when we read it. He commissioned them. He gave them power, gave them strength. Yeah. He had the authority to do so. They have given the Holy Ghost our commissioning power for us today. It has authority. The Holy Ghost has authority. Okay? We must realize that. The Spirit of God will always have authority over us. Now, the work of God through the Holy Spirit in the lives of people who would devote themselves to Christ. It only works to people who got a call for Christ.
Amen. Come on.
Okay? A lot of people say, I'm filled with Spirit. But you see nothing from it.
Yeah.
You see no works. You see nothing. The Spirit of God, like I said this morning, is very much alive. It ain't running the benches. It ain't running the aisles. It ain't yelling and screaming. But you must be fruitful.
Yeah.
It ain't always got to be in physical activity. It can be fruitful in your prayer.
Yeah.
Okay?
Come on.
Which is more important than anything to be a good prayer warrior for God. You can touch God when nobody else can.
Amen.
Okay? I love having prayer warriors that I know that I can call on. I remember I used to call Daddy all the time. Tell him I need him to pray about something. I need you to go to prayer. I've been off on trips somewhere in a hotel room and got struggling with a situation. And I just called him up at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning and sat and talked to him for an hour or two.
Yep.
Never once did he say, I need to hang up. Never once did he say, why did you call me this time of the night for? But I said, Daddy, I got a concern, and I need you to talk with me, just pray with me. You know some things? I said, I just want to hear you talk, Daddy. I just want to hear you talk. Talk to me about Jesus.
Yeah.
And he would just go in and talking to you about Christ, and just sort of all of a sudden all your cares and troubles and stuff would just go away. Okay? It's good to have people like that.
Yeah.
He couldn't walk, he couldn't run, he couldn't do nothing, but he sure was comfortable when you called him in the middle of the night
Yeah.
and say, I need some help. I need some help with prayer.
Yeah.
I've done it. I don't know how many times other people have probably done it. We're talking about duties and responsibilities. We must carry responsibility with Christ helping us to have strength. Okay, we ain't got the strength to help anybody unless we have Christ.
Amen.
Within ourselves, we can't help anybody. We can't even help ourselves. And when I decided to let God know that I'm nothing without Him, He chooses to do a work with me. He chooses to see that I am something He can use, because His goal is for whatever you do to give Him glory, honor, credit, praise for everything, and you want nothing. You have to get yourself like that.
Amen.
And as we go a little further in Matthew chapter 25, we're going to start with verse 31. So what I want to talk to you about mostly was as our duty and your responsibility was start in verse 35. But we want to read 31 because it leads up to that whole thing right there. So we're going to read verse 31 through 46. And I don't know if I'll read it all the way through, if I'll stop, but whatever the deal is, whenever God wants me to stop, give me something to say, that's what we're going. Verse 31, chapter 25 of Matthew says, when the Son of Man came in His glory, and all the holy angels with Him, then shall He sit upon the throne of His glory. And before Him shall be gathered all nations, and He shall separate the one from another, as a shepherd divideth his sheep from the goats. And he shall set the sheep on his right hand, but the goats on his left. Then shall the King say unto them on his right hand, Come, ye blessed of my Father, inherit the kingdom prepared for you from the foundation of the world. Verse 35, this is where our duty starts. This is where our responsibility of a Christian starts. And this is most certainly when God says you can enter in and you can't, because remember He said, when you do unto others, you do it unto me. Yep. Whether you help, whether you didn't help, whatever you did to others, you did it to Jesus. The way He's looking at this. Yep. Verse 35, for I was hungry and you gave me meat. I was thirsty and you gave me drink. I was a stranger and you took me in. Naked and you clothed me. I was sick and you visited me. I was in prison and you came unto me. Then shall the righteous answer Him, saying, Lord, when saw we thee a hungry, and fed thee, or thirsty, and gave thee drink? When saw we thee a stranger, and took thee in, or naked, and clothed thee? Or when saw we thee sick, or in prison, and came unto thee? And the King shall answer and say unto them, Verily I say unto you, inasmuch as ye have done it unto one of the least of my brethren, ye have done it unto me.
Amen.
We want to stop right there just 1 second. Inasmuch as you have done it to the least of one of my brethren, you've done it to me. God said that the least of my brethren. You ain't got to be important in the world's eyes. You ain't got to be important in anybody's eyes. You're important in God's eyes. And He even went down as low as the least of my brethren. If you've done the least of these things to my brother, you've done it to me. In other words, He's counting you, helping your friends and neighbors and the people that you're about. Yep. He's using you to distribute the funding properly according to what He wants it to be done. Money is something that can be misused in many different ways. And the first thing that can be a misused situation is using the church money for your own selfish things that you don't need. Yep. Okay, we don't need to start that. You don't need to do that. It's very important that we use God's money according to God's will.
Amen.
It's His. We shouldn't want to hold on to it. We shouldn't want to do anything to it. We should save it sparingly for His command.
Yeah.
Whatever His command is, that's what you do. Then He will bless. I've noticed sometimes in this small congregation we've got that we can do a pretty good lump sum of something somewhere, and it's not just a little bit, it's just right back where it needs to be, just like everybody.
Yeah.
God blesses that. He blesses our efforts in that. He does that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I like to think when He says I can take a little, Brother Peter, and make a lot, I see that working in this small congregation. I see that.
Yeah.
He can take a little of your dedication and make it go a long way.
That's right.
Imagine what He can do with a whole lot of your dedication.
Yeah.
Okay? He would really bless. If you gave Him all of your dedication, what would you do? These people that followed Him, they gave up their job, they gave up everything they had, and they followed Jesus. Verse 41. Then shall He say unto them on the left hand, this is going to be the bigger crowd right here.
Yeah.
Depart from me, ye cursed, into everlasting fire, prepared for the devil and his angels. For I was hungry, and ye gave me no meat. I was thirsty, and ye gave me no drink. I was a stranger, and ye took me not in. Naked, and ye clothed me not. Sick, and in prison, and ye visited me not. Then shall they also answer Him, saying, Lord, when we saw thee hungered, or thirst, or a stranger, or naked, or sick, or in prison, and did not minister to thee. Then He shall answer them, saying, Verily I say unto you, inasmuch as you did it not to one of these least of these, you did it not to me.
Amen.
And these shall go away into everlasting punishment, but the righteous into eternal, life eternal. Now it's a statement right there. It's just one more of our responsibilities is to help the weak, to help the sick, to help our brother and sister in Christ.
Amen.
Okay, and sometimes we don't get to say who it is. We don't get to tell God, you know, I've got 3 or 4 people who need help. It just so happened I'm going to pick my best friend.
Yeah.
Okay? We might fool ourselves sometimes into thinking, I'm going to go ahead and help my daughter or my son or somebody so I can still have it in the family, or it's still going, you know, in other words, I'm going to have to give that anyhow. So I'll just consider that I'm going to help that person, and I'll, you know, God knows these ways of thinking. You might have to help a total stranger. It just said right here, when you help a stranger.
Yeah.
When you help somebody that you're never going to see again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know, many times there's people in need that what little bit you do might be a whole lot to them.
Amen.
That you're in need. We must not underestimate the power of God. Go to Hebrews chapter 6. I'm just going to read a couple of the scriptures there about God will not forget your work of love that you're doing. Hebrews chapter 6, verse 10 and 12 is where we'll be at. I want to read just a little bit right here in my notes. The recipients of this letter, they had basic knowledge of the Christian faith, the essentials about Christ, the need for repentance and faith. They understand all this stuff. They understood the meaning of baptism, organization, resurrection, judgment. They understood all this stuff. But it's getting back to what we were talking about this morning. But without constant cultivation, spiritual weeds will sprout and take over their lives, producing a field of thorns rather than a bountiful crop. Okay? That's what happens to our spiritual walk when we don't cultivate it constantly.
Amen.
Not just do it yesterday, not do it the week before. And I tell you this day that, you know, this morning we talked about how 3 days later they done got hard-hearted and was unbelievable. That could go for us from Sunday to Sunday, couldn't it?
Yeah. Amen.
I mean, we could hear something on Sunday morning, actually see it happening, and it ain't no strange thing to God. He's seen it before of people losing faith in what they just seen last Sunday. That's why these people that walked with him 3 days later, they lost faith and they lost confidence and they didn't believe. Imagine a world today that wasn't as close to Christ as they are. We can't get them to believe nothing to start with.
Yeah.
But for sure, you can lose track of what it meant to you from one Sunday to the next. That's why when you see somebody come in and the Lord speaks to them and they come to the altar on Sunday morning and they say, I'm going to give my heart to Christ and I'm going to do it, they don't follow through. They don't follow through. There's people that make a start and they think it's good enough forever. They think it's good enough forever. They think they're sitting on their way to heaven, but they're badly mistaken.
Amen.
There's more work to do than that.
Yes.
There's work to do every single day of your life.
Amen.
There's never a time to quit. And when you get into the situation that Mama and Daddy was in, they still worked. They still prayed. They still gave testimony for Christ. They done all these things even in their bed fast time. They done work for Christ even at that time. And God accepted that as good as anybody running around going all over the country doing stuff. He accepted that work because that's all they could do. We're not doing all we can do.
Yeah.
Okay? We're not doing all we can do.
Amen.
Without diligent care, the harvest would be worthless. Without perseverance, it would be destined for destruction. Our spiritual walk, if we don't continue to be persistent in what we're trying to do, we're destined for destruction. I mean, it's going to happen to the best of us. You can't let your guard down. You can't think that what you're going to do for Christ is going to take you all the way through. Let's read right here what it said about God. It's verse 10. Hebrews chapter 6 verse 10 says, For God is not unrighteous to forget your work and labor of love, which you have shewed toward his name, and that you have ministered to the saints and do minister. And we desire that every one of you do shew the same diligence to the full assurance of hope unto the end, that you be not slothful, but followers of them who through faith and patience inherit the promise. God's promised us, if we'll just do these things, if we'll have a responsibility about us, he's promised us a home in heaven. But we must take on some responsibility. I can't think of a job out there that pays anybody any money, that when you go to that job, you get some sort of responsibility you got to do. There's not very many jobs, Brother Paul, that you can just show up and say, I'm just going to sit down, I ain't going to do nothing, and I'm going to get paid on Friday. You won't have that job long.
That's right.
But now, if you go to your job, and you know you have a responsibility, Brother Pete, once you get there, you go intended to work at it. You know before you get there, I got to work. We know from reading the Bible before we just come in and sit down, we know there's more work than just coming in and sitting down.
That's right. Come on.
We know if we want to go to the end of this, then we got to come in and work. We got to do something. So let's take this as an example, and let's also take it as a warning. God's trying to warn us what our duties are, Brother Lord. He's trying to warn us what our responsibilities are. I want to go to 1 John chapter 3. I know there's a little bit of reading here, but it's all connected together, what we're trying to do here. 1 John chapter 3. We'll start with verse 11. We're talking about showing love and deed and truth. And another one of some responsibilities, as he tells us in the scriptures over and over and over, some of the things that we must do and how we must treat each other, what not to do. We'll give you a minute to get there. 1 John chapter 3, verse 11. For this is the message that ye heard from the beginning, that we should love one another. That's a responsibility for us. It's a straight out right command from God. It's a responsibility that He's put on us, that from this message, for this message that you heard from the beginning, that we should love one another. We're far from that today. We're far from loving one another today. Even the people that sit there and say we're so close to Christ, if we're not careful, we'll look at them and say, I love everybody but that one.
Yeah.
Okay, I love everybody but that one. I got a couple of people myself I could just have to pray real hard. Okay? But I gotta love them.
Yeah.
If you don't love them, you're missing the mark, Brother Paul. You gotta love them. I mean, you can't have somebody talk to you straight and then get mad about what they're telling you, especially if it's the truth. Jesus talked pretty straight to his people.
Yeah.
We got to talk straight, but everything's got to be about love. It's not that you're in authority to do anything with hatred. He said do everything out of love. Everything.
Amen.
We don't need to contradict the word. We don't need to compromise the word, but we need to be straight.
Amen.
He requires that. He gives us an opportunity to talk to our brothers and sisters that's not in Christ. For sure, we need to be about the Father's business, for sure, and He will give you the words to say.
Amen.
He's preached to us many times about they don't know everything you do. They're not as far into Christ as you are. They're babes in this stuff. I said one time before, it's about like a baby that just got brought home from the hospital. You put him out there and say, fend for yourself. Go get your own milk. Go fix your own food. Go do all this stuff. You can't do that to a new baby. You can't do that.
Right.
And you can't do it to a new baby in Christ. Bible warns about what happens when you offend one of these little ones, it said.
Yep. Amen. Come
I was talking to Brother David, we stayed up here about 1:30 discussing things. I always enjoy, once you get started talking about it, you just enjoy talking. But I reminded him, and he reminded me of a few things, but I said, turning the other cheek ain't always the verbal piece.
Right.
Turning the other cheek. I mean, always not spiritual. I mean, physical. It's like somebody selecting a job. When they say bad stuff about you, turn the other cheek. Turn the other cheek. Who can do that? You'll be tested on that.
Yeah.
God's watching. The other day reminded me about how He said, vengeance is mine, saith the Lord. We ain't got to do no fighting.
Amen.
We ain't got to do no pushing and shoving other people. We ain't got to do nothing but mind our own business, turn the other cheek like Jesus said do, and then He can take care of it.
Amen.
Not as Cain. Listen, right here's the other way to do it. Okay? Verse 12 says, not as Cain, who was of that wicked one, and slew his brother. And wherefore slew he him? Because his own works were evil, and his brother's righteous.
Yeah.
Marvel not, my brother, if the world hates you. We know that we have passed from death into life, because we love the brother, and he that loveth not his brother abideth in death. Whosoever hateth his brother is a murderer.
Amen.
And you know not. And you know that no murderer has eternal life abiding in him. Hereby perceive we the love of God, because He laid down His life for us, and we ought to lay down our lives for our brother. But those who have the world's good, and seeth his brother have need, and shutteth up his bowels of compassion from him, how dwelleth the love of God in him?
Amen.
My little children, let us not love in the word, neither in tongue, but in deed and in truth.
Yes.
And hereby we know that we are of the truth, and shall assure our hearts before Him. For if our heart condemn us, God is greater than our heart, and knoweth all things. Beloved, if our heart condemn us not, then we have confidence toward God. And whatsoever we ask, we receive of Him, because we keep His commandments, and do these things that are pleasing in His sight. And this is His commandment, that we should believe on His name, on the name of His Son, Jesus Christ, and love one another as he gave us commandment. And he that keepeth his commandment dwelleth in him, and he in him. And hereby we know that he abideth in us by the Spirit which he hath given us.
Amen.
There again, he gave us terms and conditions of how we must serve. Okay? But Pete, when we go and we apply for a job, the first thing they want to know, are we qualified to do it? I can't go apply for no electrician job, I don't know nothing about it. I get there and mess something up. I can't apply for a welding job, I don't know nothing about it. I get there and mess something up. But God knows what I can do. And he got a job for me.
Amen.
God knows what you can do.
Yes.
He got a job for you. You will be able to do the best that God will allow you to do in what you're qualified in. We read in here where not everybody's called to preach, not everybody's called to teach, not everybody's called to do certain things, but everybody's called.
Amen.
Okay, let's get that straight. Everybody's called. You're called to do something. The Bible don't want us to sit around idle.
Right.
Sit around thinking everybody else that need to get their responsibilities and help me, but me not help nobody.
Yep. Come
Okay?
on. Come on.
The world thinks today that they want something for nothing and we owe it to them.
Yeah.
The world, the government owes people, owes it to them. There's no such thing as that.
Right.
Nobody owes anybody anything. We all must get out and work for ourselves.
Amen.
And then God determines who owes who. And he's told us, go help them.
Yeah.
You ain't even got to have the government to run this thing. If everybody went according to what God has said right here,
Yep.
it would work out right.
Amen.
He would bless us. How many people has got millions and billions of dollars, billions of dollars, and don't never use it, but ain't going to let nobody else use it? God's not pleased with that. That's having worldly gain. Now imagine if somebody had all that, and they kept out enough for themselves, and they just lived a good life, and went out. And I'm not talking about wasting it, but I'm talking about helping the people that Jesus was talking about here.
Amen.
A brother in need. How many people could just one person help? Imagine if they would do that all over the world. Even people like us that don't have all this great money, this great wealth, God give us the ability to help somebody. Okay?
Amen. Come on.
He give us the ability.
Come on.
I thought this morning as I talked, I said, Jesus, he'll provide for you no matter what the situation is. We can't provide for ourselves because we don't have Christ in us. He's not there to help. But Jesus will provide. But when we start having trouble, when we start having things get out of hand, and then we try to call on Jesus, we try to go get him off the shelf and call on him for a minute and then put him right back, he's not going to answer that.
Amen. Come on.
Okay, that's fine. He's not going to make you footstool. He's not going to make you when you need him and when you don't.
Yep.
He's made it plain in his word that we must place him in our hearts, let him be first in our life, don't put no other God before him, and then he will use you and he will bless you. Now that's finishing up what we had started this morning. As I studied, I just couldn't get past needing to spread the rest of the word about the responsibilities as a Christian, what we need to do. Me and Brother David talked, it's always good to get confirmation. You know, like I told him, I sat and I read Brother Paul, and there it was. And then I had it wrote down. And Brother David gets up here in Sunday school and he starts talking about your responsibility. And I already had it wrote down on paper. I mean, that's just not a coincidence.
Amen.
Okay, that's not a coincidence.
Right.
That's confirmation that God is telling you, he's telling me, he's telling you, he's telling everybody. He lets us know. If you just understand his language to you,
Yeah.
he'll tell you, and you're on the right track.
Amen.
You're doing that. I mean, we don't need to, like, okay, I see it, but I still don't believe it. You can't go there. A lot of people see things and still don't believe it. I tend to lean toward trying to believe everything I see in Christ. I lean toward that. I believe that when I prayed, God give me the right word to say this morning. When I heard you say your responsibility, and I had it wrote down, to me, God spoke to me just then and said, that's your confirmation right there. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
That's how I'm learning to understand the language of God and how He talks to me.
Yeah.
When he puts stuff there for you to understand. We've got to just listen.
Yeah. Come on.
We got to listen, and we got to listen close. I'm deaf, and when somebody's talking, I got to watch them and listen real close and try to hear what they're saying. And if I turn my head just a little bit, I can't hear nothing. That's the way it is when God's talking to us. We can turn the volume down where we can't hear what He's saying real easy.
Yeah.
If we got distractions and everything else on our mind. Okay? We need to turn the volume up when we're listening to God.
Yeah.
Listen to Him.
Amen.
Take everything else. Take all that white noise. Take it all out. Listen real close to what God's saying.
Yes.
He speaks with a still small voice, He said.
Amen.
A still small voice. You can hear it if you're listening.
Yes.
You can hear it if you pay attention. You can most of all hear it if you're sincere in what you're doing. You can hear it if you're looking for it.
Yeah.
So these are just small things that we need to try to help each other with. I got so close to having a message before and just studied hours on it. And then all of a sudden, you read something else and it's completely changed.
Yeah.
And we got to learn to never question God. God will allow us to study and show us things during it, like I said this morning. But when He points out what it is, there's somebody in the crowd that needs to hear what you're saying.
Right. Come on.
Say there's nothing, His word don't go out and not be planted into somebody's heart. It will not return void, it says right. So I thank God for this little church that we say all the time and say, where can we go and worship God? We need to do it everywhere we go. We need to do it at our home. We need to do it in the car. We need to do it at our job. We need to worship God everywhere. As we sat today in the restaurant, we were talking about the duties of Christian people and how they must act toward others and how to be judgmental of yourself only. That's the only one you got the right to do is be judgmental of yourself. But how that we're not judging, we spoke this a lot of times, we're not judging. If we read the Word of God right straight out and it says that we don't need to do this, we can speak up plainly.
Amen.
It's nothing that we're saying.
Yeah.
Nothing that we're saying. God's doing the judging right there.
Yeah.
He's doing the judging. And we will abide by His rules. No matter, I've told people, it don't matter if you come and talk to me, if you go talk to anybody else, if we change what this Bible says, it's not going to help you.
That's right.
As a matter of fact, it didn't only put you in a bad spot, it put me in a bad spot. It puts whoever telling you
Amen.
what you're doing is right.
Yeah.
If it's wrong, it's wrong.
Amen.
Amen.
If it's wrong, it's wrong. And we can't try to please the itching ears that want to hear a certain thing. People sometimes they'll look and they'll talk and they'll keep talking to somebody until they hear what they want to hear. And you can believe it or not, you can go there and find it.
Yeah.
But it's not going to help you. Let's all pray for each other, like I said. One of the first things it said is for us to love one another. Let us love one another. And does anybody have anything they want to say? Anybody have any prayer requests? Anybody need prayer? Brother Tim, do you have anything you need to say?